Okay, take one. This is going to be a repair video. How to repair individual key switches on a ALPS keyboard from a TRS-80 Model I. It's an old keyboard I've had lying around. It's the non-keypad version, but it's the ALPS. So what we've got here is we've got a working key with a broken stem, and I'm going to show you how to remove both. The one with the so this one doesn't work, but it has a good stem, and this one does work, but it has a broken stem. So we're going to make one good key switch out of the two of them. I'm going to show you how to pull the keys out of the metal tray, so that you don't have to remove all 53 keys to work on this keyboard. So first thing you do is identify your keys, which I've marked here with black dots, and we use a simple desoldering tool to disconnect the two lugs. Okay, so once the individual key switches have been unsoldered and the legs are free to move around, you can turn the keyboard over and just make sure I've got the right key. Looking at these key switches, you'll notice that each of them has a, get it into focus there, each of them has a tag on each side that moves. You squeeze these tags in together at the same time as pulling up on the key switch, and then the key switch comes out. So I'll show you how I do that. Pair of pliers on the stem, and push in one side, push in the other side, and while pulling up on the key switch. Helps to make sure we got the right key switch. There's a bit of a technique to it, but you do eventually get the key switch out. So that's one out, and we want to remove this one as well. Same deal. I hold the stem with a pair of pliers, push in one tab, push in the other, with a bit of luck check we got the right one. Yep. This one's being a little bit more stubborn. I got a little bit larger screwdriver to help me out. And it's out. So then we can put our keyboard aside and zoom in on our two key switches. My camera's leaves a bit to be desired as far as zooming in. It looks about as close as we can get. So what we want is the stem out of this one to put in place of this one, this broken one. So on each key switch are some tabs which just open like so. Do it carefully. Open that one a little, and the same on the other side. That will then open your ALPS key switch. Push out our plunger. Inspect the plunger, make sure that the pliers haven't damaged it at all. That one looks pretty good. You can discard the parts from the keyboard, because the rest of them didn't work. So now we turn our attention to the one with the broken stem. Again, we prise up the sides very carefully, just a millimetre or two on one side, then again a millimetre. Okay, we'll pull it upwards, push out the broken bit which has escaped already. Now to put the key back together, we'll put our plunger back on the spring, and then the top, pass it through the aperture in the top, and just carefully push the whole thing back together. Make sure the plunger is moving smoothly. The next thing I'll do is check that the key switch is actually working, because the last thing you want to do is put it back in the computer only to find you've got to unsolder it again and repair it because it wasn't done right. So I've got my multimeter with the continuity beep set. Beeping away nicely. So that is how you repair an ALPS key switch on a TRS-80 Model I or a Model 3 that's got the two lug type ALPS key switches. So I hope that explains everything to everyone, and thanks for watching.